Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, I want to talk about a topic that can help in your book sales or any other sales for that matter on your eBay online sales. And that is the concept of sell similar and how to use that. So there's some nuances there that it may have more use and more functionality and more power than you're aware of. So before we jump into it, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for the channel support, the views, the comments. I look forward to your comments and experiences on this. And, as always, your feedback's great for both me and for the community. So that's appreciated. And subscribe. We'll keep doing this and see what happens. So with that, let's jump into the topic. So sell similar. And you may not be aware of it, but if you have an item that sells or you have an item that's ended, you have two options sometimes if you have multiple items or if you want to relist that option. The straightforward one is there's usually a relist button or relist option on a pull down. The other is sell similar. And for years, I only used sell similar to list another item that in my mind, if I had multiple items and I had one listed and it sold and I wanted to sell a similar, I would just use the sell similar button instead of the relist. Or if there was something that I just wanted to make a small tweak to for another item, I could do sell similar. But actually, and you can use it that way, that's fine, it's there for that. But the power is so much more on sell similar. And I became aware of this probably in the fall of this last year. I saw a video from the auction professor, Don, at the auction professor is where I first saw it. And he was talking about how in their store, he was using the sell similar function they would end a certain number of items each day, and then just basically relist them, but not through the relist option, but through the sell similar option. And it was driving traffic and all these things, So I got to playing some games over the last several months, and I'll show you how to get to this functionality. And, if you're not aware of it, give you an example just of a screenshot. But, there's multiple things that it does for you. The first big distinction, my understanding, between the relist and the sell similar is if you hit relist on an item, it keeps all of that history, the item history and the baggage with that listing. But if you hit sell similar and you repost the listing on eBay with sell similar, it nukes all that. It completely refreshes it. So one thing you can do to engage the eBay algorithm, right, is this eBay, they like you to have this daily interaction, and this, people talk about doing the listings every day, how it helps. Well, one way you can facilitate that is just go to some of your listings, end them, then go to, to the ended items section. This is what I'm going to show you later. Click those items and hit sell similar. It reposts them. It totally refreshes it. It will count toward your daily interactions and your daily listings, okay? It's an easy way to do that. Also, if you need to get to you need to get to item specifics or do any bulk changes, you can do that in these menus too, right? But that's the first and foremost thing that it gives you for power. You can end these things and just and do a sell similar, get that refresh and get kind of that engagement to the eBay algorithms. So I've been doing that some, and what I've noticed, the things I end, I'll look at things that have lots of views. They may have been out there for 6 months and they have 400 or 500 views on them, but I haven't got anybody with offers. There's been no motion on the item. And I swear, I have ended the item, done a sell similar exactly as it is, and had the item sell within 2 days. So it is refreshing, I believe, how it's pushing, how it's presenting that item to potential buyers, your search results. It's elevating that, where I think all that history, it's bogging it down, and maybe people, it's just not putting it up in the search results. I've had that happen probably a dozen times over the last 3 months when I've ended something and I hit sell similar. And it's something that's been there for months with no motion. I do a sell similar and I sell it within the next day or two. So it works, okay? So I'm going to break off and show you the, just the interface and how you can do it. Just a quick example of a couple items that are ended, and then we'll close out. So I'll be right back. All right, so here you see, just from the eBay page, if I always just go to ended items, and if you scroll down, these top two items are some things that I just ended, and from this individual item, you can just pick sell similar right there, or you can toggle multiple items. And when you toggle them, you see the sell similar button come up under results. And when you hit that, I had something in there that was like, I was making sure this all worked first, so it asked me that question. But you can see it comes into this little tool where you can pick each item. It highlights in the pane to the right. You can go in and change anything you want to. Then you just save it. You go to the next item. You can do the same thing. So this is a good way to also, when you do relist sell similar, to get to item specifics and change things. You can change price. And then, once you're ready to go, you just, click them all and just hit submit all, and it's going to go through. It'll tell you the number of items it's did the sell similar on, gives you a confirmation once it uploads them, and that's it. You're done. All right, so that's an example how to do it. I had just taken those two books, I'd ended them, and you saw the options of sell similar in the interface. You can play around with it. I will say that they've got that new thing coming. I tried it out. I didn't care for it. Also, that it's kind of buggy sometimes. Sometimes you have to refresh. Sometimes it loses its mind. But that's how you get to it. If you're not doing anything to the item, you could just hit each item individually, sell similar, and be fine. But again, I wasn't aware of this until a few months ago when I saw the Auction Professor's video. I've been playing around with it for a few months and I've had great success. So use it in two big ways, other than the obvious of just listing another item. In some items, and use sell similar to put it out there and get you that refresh and to get that engagement with the eBay algorithm. And I think that it also, you'll see that it refreshes your views, your buyer engagement. It's a big benefit. So don't forget it, use it. I find it's working for me too, and it's an easy way to do that and get that engagement. So anyway, hey, I hope you're seeing cool and buying cool, finding lots of cool stuff and selling, making lots of sales. So we'll talk to you soon.